Thank you everybody for taking a few moments out of your day to meet with us here in this Facebook Live. And I wanted to go over a few things in reference to our upcoming sale here on September 3rd on SC Online Sales. First of all, thank you, SC. It's been really good for us so far. I've really enjoyed the relationship. As far as the sale goes, we'll have our formal in-person food and beverage viewing here on Sunday between 3 and 6. That's when most people will try to come and look at all these things to try not to wear them out and be running them all the time. But if that time doesn't work in your schedule, like we know it doesn't for everybody, and you still want to view them things in person, reach out to Sam or myself or Keaton, and we'll try to accommodate to the best of our ability. If you're in the area and want to stop in and look at them things, we'll try to make sure that we can do so for you. As far as the sale goes, we're going to do things a little bit different. And again, I'd like to thank Dave and Kelton and the crew there at SC and their IT department on helping us put this together. It's a thing we've kind of had our minds on to try to pull off for a couple of years now. And I know they've busted it here the last 4 to 6 months to try to make this happen. So what we're going to do is, in total, there's going to be 69 to 70 head. Of that, 2/3 will be males and about 1/3 will be females. So 45 or so beras and about 25 gilts. On the male side, bears and boars, that's going to be a traditional horse race style, typical online sale bid. There'll be extended bidding, just like everybody's used to. And on that note, we're very excited about the way things have worked with SC so far, in the sense that, you know, them things have been wrapping up at 10 o'clock or shortly after, and been ending, you know, at a reasonable hour of the evening for us so far. So, you know, that's been good. On the gilt side, what we're going to do is we're going to peel the gilts out of the regular sale with the males, and we're going to have 2 separate sales that night. Don't worry about having to jump back and forth, because what we're going to do is the very last lot on the males, there'll be an embedded link you can click on, and it'll jump you right to the females. And same thing on the female side. On those 24 lots, the very last lot that'll be on there, you know, lot 25 or 6, whatever it ends up being, there'll be an embedded link to jump back to the males. So going back and forth will be pretty simple in what they were able to do for us there. The reason the gilt side is going to be a tick difference, we're going to offer those 25 head at click to claim. And the way we're going to do it is we're going to start them all off at the same number. I don't like to put different price on different ones, because I don't want to rank them for you. And truth be known, I don't have a crystal ball and don't know what everything's going to be in March and February there at the end of their show careers, because we're very proud of the offering as in its entirety. And so all them gilts will start off at a relatively elevated level, at what we think the upper end of them things should bring. And then from there, the bidding will open up at 8 o'clock p.m. on Tuesday, September 3rd. Again, they're on SC Online Sales. And whichever number we set it at of where they're going to start, that price is going to drop on every lot by $50 every 5 minutes. And so if it starts out a little bit out of your budget, just be patient. You'll be able to click on each lot and see what time they're going to get to what price, and kind of give you an idea of, you know, if you need to wait to a certain time before they're going to get in your budget, you can wait till that time. But the goal is to have all of the gilt lots at $300 by shortly after 10:15, 10:20, something in that neighborhood. They'll all be in somebody's budget. And then at that point, if all the gilts aren't sold yet, we'll leave that up and available through the evening until probably noon the next day. And then again, the bear side, just like normal, gilt side will be click to claim. They'll drop in price as the evening progresses, starting at 8 o'clock. And so if you're just primarily looking for a gilt, if you find a few of them that get down in your budget, the second you click, you own the pig. You can pay out and go to bed and not have to worry about falling asleep and getting outbids and those types of things. Getting to the offering itself, I know it's cliche and overused too much, but we truly believe this is the very best set of pigs we've put together. And there's going to be something for everybody in there. There's Polands, Berks, Chesters, Durocs, white ones, belted ones, spots, and throughout all the breeds. We couldn't be happier with how they turned out. And for those of you that try to dabble in raising several different breeds, or you guys that feed lots of variety within your barn, you know how hard it is to make elite ones across the board. with different gene pools and trying to have the outcome be very good across all of them. You know, I guess there was a little bit of luck in our favor and feel like we were able to do that in this offering. And it's taken us some time, but I believe that a big reason for that are the females that are available and represented in this particular offering. For instance, there's Ford's mother. Ford himself, his first pig crop, sired the reserve champion Duroc Bear at OYE and at San Antonio, had champion reserve gilt at San Angelo and Fort Worth, had the champion gilt and third overall at OBSE and Oklahoma Bred Show, had the reserve champion Duroc, won 2 or 3 different district shows, and lots of smaller counties and jackpots there in between. And he won for a lot of different people and breeders. Hog's done an awesome job. So his mother will have an offering in this particular set. White Feather's mother, which will also be the mother of Nature Boy, would also be the mother of Chloe Kemp's white bear that's been very dominant this summer so far. She'll have an offering in here and have a male pig. The mother of the champion York Bear at San Antonio last year for the Price family. She'll have a boar pig in here that I think is very unique and will be very well received. There's going to be some bred sow purchases we've made this spring and early summer that we thought really offered something to our program and some pieces that we were looking for, and matings that made a lot of sense. There's one from CNC, for instance. It's got that was bred to White Feather out of a tricked out me against me female. That would be a litter mate to a white tricked out bear they had 2 years ago that I was very fond of, so we was able to gather up a sister at the exchange, bred to White Feather. There's a couple from the Heimer crew that were also White Feather sired, and then there was his leadoff bred gilt will be in here out of tricked out 4. To keep going down the list, on the Burke side, well, let me back up. On the Duroc side, we're also going to have an offering out of the Deal With It sow that Tegan would have shown as a gilt at the recovery show the CPS put on there in Des Moines 3 summers ago, where she was champion Duroc and reserve grand overall. And that sow's few litters, I guess the highlight of that would have been her litter last year. She would be the mother of Kennedy Clark's champion Duroc gilt there at OBSE that ended up 3rd overall. That gilt won the Southwest District, was championed several times. She had the reserve champion Duroc Bear at that same show. And just a really, really good sow that is obviously one that we're certainly circling the wagons and building around. On the Burke side, for everybody that's asking where the litter is out of the mother of the Indy Burke, those are going to be in this offering. That bear, we were very fortunate. Natalie gathered that one up and got him to the Waymer crew up north. Bear was good all summer. He ended up champion Burke at the Summer Spectacular in Louisville. He was champion Burke at the Indiana State Fair and ended up 3rd overall. And had some people reach out to us, say that one could have been higher, but I assure you we were dang pumped up with where he ended up. And put a spotlight, an even bigger spotlight on our Berkshire program. And so that bear's mother, her litter will be in this offering. And by the way, they're sired by Top Hand. More over here east side of the city, people are pretty pumped on, I guess. Other Burks that'll be in this offering will be the champion Burke gilt at OYE 2 years ago that Brogan Lancaster showed. The 8th overall Burke gilt from the year before that Brogan showed. A litter mate sister to the champion Burke from 2 years ago as well. And for those that have reached out after that bear wins Indiana, it was really starting to quiz on what reach high was. The 28s and the 38s will be full sibs. The 28s will be out of the champion Burke at OYE. The 38s will be out of the litter mate sister that won the Northwest District there for the Wigington family in Watonga. Both of those females are littermate sisters to Reach High. That boar, we lost him to an injury about 90 days ago, and it's a shame he's gone. We were fortunate enough there at the end to get some juice froze on him, keep that around and use it up here probably in the next 12 to 18 months. But again, the Berkshire offering, the Durocs, gosh dang, we could just keep going. And then you get into the crossbreds, on the belted crosses rather, there will be an offering from the sow that made Kennedy Clark's swirl top dark cross gilt last year, wins a jackpot show there in Duncan there in mid-January. Lots of people were very fond of her. We were as well. We were able to get her back there after Hawaii, after she made the sale. There's going to be, and then there's just going to be some young sows. Them Pistola sows have done such a good job for us so far, and I think this is the best litters they've been able to put together as well. Pistola was a quitting time son we bought from Gary Todd. I think it was 3 springs ago there at Holy Smoke. And again, his daughters have done just a tremendous job. And then there's some first-time gilts that are dang sure pulling their weight and going to get a second shot. We bought one as a baby from Jared Halfin, a backdrop daughter, for honestly not too much money, that we were excited to be able to get and farrowed her gilt litter this time. We rolled her over and farrowed her at 18 months, bred her as a yearling, and them 36s are awfully good top to bottom. And I think if you talk to Kate or Kelton and reach out to them, just so it don't sound like I've been briefly reminded not to forget about the Chesters. The Chester pigs being offered, there'll be a litter of 46s and a litter of 25s. The 46s, their mother, that Delta female, she would be the direct mother of the 3rd overall or bronze Chester bear at OY last year. That bear would have been the champion Chester at OBSE. That pig was breed champion no fewer than 9 times last winter, was very dominant. And then ended up bronze there at OYE. The mother of the 25s would be his grandmother. She herself would have been bronze there at OYE. That didn't go 20 sow and has done just a very, very good job for us. We were very fond of both those Chester litters, and they're backed by proven genetics that have won for us, and won consistently through the generations and through the years as well. And so again, as we get through the offering top to bottom, guys, it's I know everybody wants a list and wants to know which one, and the God's honest truth, I don't know. There's so many good ones, depending on who's going to judge that day and what he had for breakfast and what the room temperature is, may have as much influence of which one ends up being the best. I don't know. The best thing to do is reach out to our sale contacts, Sam, myself, Keaton, especially, Kelton and Cade, to get a fresh, impartial set of eyes on them. Come look at them things in person on Sunday. Talk to somebody that was able to make it and look at these, and just kind of verify what we believe this offering is. Like I said, there's a flavor for everybody. There's lots of variety and lots of good ones. But please reach out. Thank you guys for your interest. For those of you that log in, check them things out and bid on them. We hope to see you Sunday. And if not, we hope to be able to talk to you Wednesday and coordinate delivery. Thank you.